Welcome to another video. This is our week 2 midweek assignment review, and I got to make a very sad announcement to you. I just finished this video completely from beginning to end. As you might know, I didn't script it. I try not to script these videos, but I got to the end ready to do a few minor edits before I posted it to YouTube, and then I realized my mic was on mute. So you could see my lips moving, but I wasn't really there talking. So here I am, take 2, weekly review, week 2 assignment review. So in this one, it's accountability, accounting and accountability budgeting. So we've had about a dozen students who turned their assignments in early. Thank you very much. Your assignments, because you turn them in early, they qualify for extra points. And you give me permission, that was our deal, you give me permission to use them in our weekly review. So that's what I'm doing, and my mic is on. So if you don't want me to use your assignment as a review like this, then I would encourage you to put a little message when you post it to Blackboard, and make sure you tell me you don't want me to use your assignment, and I'll still give you a few extra points. But those of you who did give me your assignments early for the purpose of this week's weekly review, thank you. So some you'll see here, Elvira got 70 points for being perfect. Some of you, several were very close to perfect, but let me show you, well, before I show you just Elvira's, let me just scroll through. Like I said, there were about a dozen, and I want you to look at, just see as we scan through these, what you see. I mean, what do you see? Some of these they're very different, right? So if you're grading 100 of these, 120 of these or so every week, trust me, it really makes a difference when someone takes the time to make it beautiful and fun to read, fun to look at. So this is a paper that I just totally enjoyed reading, and it was easy to read. And so as you can see, it's beautiful. It's got things highlighted in bold font, so I know exactly what is being communicated quickly to me, and I can just go through it quickly and absorb it. So one of the things I'm looking to absorb is when I get to this budget screen, which is a requirement of this assignment, first thing I'm looking at is this bills and utilities, because that should be a big number. So that tells me, okay, this one, Elvira, she knows what she's doing. So I don't spend a lot of time. I just scroll through it and I go, hey, that's awesome, way to go. And then I move on to the next one, because I have a lot of papers to grade. So in this one, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, it's awesome, it's beautiful. Another 70-point perfect. Same thing when I jump into the, well, I'm not going to open it up, but when I jump in, you can see there that the budget, the detailed budget category items, it's there. They're, it's $1,300 for bills and utilities, so that's great. Let's see, budgeting. This is another great one. Now this I gave extra points because there's just extra information here, extra research. And who did this one? This was I can't see your whole name because there we go, it's Yingman. Great job on this. You went above and beyond in terms of giving me good detail and extra information. However, and you got all your points, but I did want to point out that you're missing something. Can anybody tell me what's missing here? Feel free to say that to yourself, since this isn't a live meeting. But what was missing in that beautiful paper and this beautiful paper, which isn't quite as beautiful because it doesn't have any images, which are not required, but they certainly do get my attention. So in this case, though, we're missing the same. This has no screenshots. So I don't even know if Katya, I don't know if you were actually in your portal or if you got that this assignment required you to put those screenshots in. So you got some points knocked off. You can fix that and just resubmit it, and you'll have it. You'll get your points by Tuesday. Same thing here. Now this paper, is pretty well formatted. It's obviously not as pretty as the other ones, but I don't deduct for that. I do deduct if it's all just one big paragraph, okay? I will deduct for that because it's like hard to read one big paragraph. But this is not one big paragraph, and it looks fine. But it doesn't have any, Leslie, you don't have any screenshots. So I don't know if you did the actual assignment other than the videos. So you got to fix that. Now here's where it's like one, I mean, it's not one big paragraph, but a lot of big paragraphs. And so I think what I did deduct on this one, so really you're going to want to go back and take a closer look at your budget, because check this out. $25 for bills and utilities. That tells me you're living at home and you're taking a free ride, or something is missing. You didn't do enough research. You don't have a clue about what it costs for you to live on your own. And so there's no explanation for that. It's just a very inadequate attempt at a budget. So you want to give that another try and go back to the drawing board. Let's see. So this is Brandon. Brandon did a great job. Again, got a decent number on the budget, so no deductions. Looks fine. Nathan. So Nathan, you got some deductions, and I want to point out why. And this is mostly just to get your attention and ask for your help. Not just you, but anyone who made this mistake. So when I scroll down, and you saw those beautiful articles that other students have turned in, and then I see this. So this tells me that somebody's pretty much, you got the right idea. Maybe you had paper laying around. I think you took pictures of your screen, is what it looks like, which tells me you don't know how to do a screenshot. Well, this is not a screenshot. This is a picture of a screen, and that's different, as you can tell. I don't know that you'd want to turn this in to your boss or a client if you're making a proposal. That doesn't look good. So fix it. And for those of you who don't get what a screenshot is versus taking a picture of your screen, very different. That's what it looks like, and that's not really going to cut it. So in the future, when you put a screenshot in, do a screenshot. That'll make me happy, and it'll give you points. It obviously looks much better, don't you think? I think so. And so anyway, that was it there. Pretty much you guys are doing a great job on these assignments, so I'm not going to spend any more time, since this is the second time I've done this video, because I forgot to turn the mic on the first time. So I'm going to leave it at there for the assignment review. If you have any questions, feel free to post them, but hopefully we've answered the questions. Now, one question that did come up this week regularly in GroupMe, which I'm going to go to GroupMe right now and say a few things about GroupMe, but one of the things that came up in GroupMe multiple times is about the assignment, how many videos should you watch? And I guess that wasn't clear in the instructions, but 2 or 3 or 4 is awesome. If you did 1, you probably didn't get enough, all your points. But anyway, I wanted you to select the videos. I wanted you to find something that was helpful and meaningful for you, and then you choose which videos you're going to use to give me a pretty good summary of what you learned. And most of you did an awesome job with that. I'm sorry for the instructions not being crystal clear. I will fix that. So here we go. Now to GroupMe. This was a big assignment. As you will recall, in our weekly Zoom meeting, I told you we had one big problem that we needed to solve, and I couldn't solve it without you. Well, you guys answered the call, and you voted in GroupMe, which I think is a great tool. I love it. It does everything I need it to do. I can post things here, and Josh, I love the way you did a little promotion here for the Accounting Society. I almost tagged you and said, hey, let's not do that. It's a little distracting, but then I saw, you know what? This is a guy who cares about what he's doing, and let's just not let it get out of control. But that was cool. That was interesting. So here's the thing I wanted to just mention. as I kind of scroll through, and I didn't love all these. I should have, and I would maybe if I just spent more time. But I read them and I enjoyed them and I appreciated your comments, your introduction. I think one of the things that is so cool is that you guys have opened up and shared yourself and who you are and why you're here and what you hope to gain from this course. And that's really going above and beyond what I asked you to do. And so I just really wanted to say thank you. Thank you for jumping in and using the tool to do what you've done, and for asking questions, mainly for introducing yourself, but then for answering questions. And then some of you have done a great job of actually replying to the questions. So way to go. I hope we can make this tool something that can benefit all of us throughout the semester. It really benefits me because I feel like I'm in touch with what's going on. And so thank you. Now, one thing I did want to mention, as you can see, there's a lot of activity in this stream. And here I am liking or loving these posts, which is cool, but that means you're getting a ding, and maybe everybody's getting a ding every time I do that. And I'm not sure that's really a good thing for us to do. Even though I'm doing it right now, I am going to suggest that for me, I'm probably going to turn my notifications off for this GroupMe app, just because I can't afford to be this distracted, and I don't think you can either. However, that doesn't mean I'm not paying attention. Doesn't mean I'm not going to come back and, oh, hey, Jewel, description, it states to watch the 12 videos. Yeah, watch the 12 videos. However, the playlist you give includes a 13th video. It's 53 minutes long. Yeah, no, you don't have to watch that. Jewel, I'm sorry. That's somehow a mistake. I think that may be a Zoom meeting that got into the wrong playlist, but great question. So no, you don't have to watch that. I'm going to mention something though, Jewel. So back to GroupMe for a minute, and then I'm going to answer your question, Jewel. The GroupMe, I'm going to check it I'll check it every day, but I'm not going to check it all through the day. And you don't need to either, I don't think. If you have a question, you can post a question, and chances are someone else is going to answer pretty quick. But my intention was not for you guys to be constantly, engaged in another social media. It's a tool that we can use to collaborate. So I will use it like I am this week to just scroll through and see what's going on and look for questions. When you have questions that someone else can't answer, my commitment is I'm going to find those questions and I'm going to answer them during this weekly assignment review. So I'm committing to do that. I'm just not committing to give you an instant reply. So so much has happened this week as a result of this GroupMe. I want to mention I updated the syllabus. I added the Zoom link to the syllabus. I added the GroupMe link to the syllabus. So a student had a question looking for this information in the syllabus and it wasn't there because it didn't exist. Well, the Zoom meeting existed. But anyway, if you look at the syllabus, it's updated and it has a lot more information, including a link to this, to a page that I built, which will always have a fresh link to our GroupMe. GroupMe won't be an open group after a few days. You'll have to request an invite. Most of you are already in. 83 people are in, so we're still missing 17. But anyway, thank you for your help. I couldn't have done it without you. GroupMe is a collaboration, and it's a tool for that purpose, and I appreciate you. So Jewel, back to your question. And I want to say, first of all, that video, 53 minutes long, I will make sure I get that out of the playlist. But on the other hand, let's say that was a 53-minute video that could be really great, but you just don't have time to watch a 53-minute video. If I'm you, I'm not going to watch a 53-minute video. But here's what I would do. I would and I'm sure you've done this, I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to show you what I would do if I was going to watch a 53-minute video. So let me see if I can first of all go to my channel, and I'm going to look for that playlist. I think it's the Charles Schwab playlist. If I don't, man, I wish I knew for sure which playlist. It's not our regular playlist, I don't think. You said there were 12 videos. Anyway, I wanted to show you, though, and that's the Zoom meeting, which, yes, you do need to watch the Zoom meeting. But here's how I would do it. I'm going to log in. So I'm going to do, I don't know how you guys watch videos, but if you will click on this little link here, playback speed, anytime you're watching a YouTube video, anytime I'm watching a YouTube video, I play it as fast as I can. So,
so that's one of the things I want to point out on this page, this resource page, is first you have to register.
So I believe I can talk a whole lot faster than you can listen. And so anytime you have to watch a long YouTube video, if I'm you, I would play it on fast speed, and I would, pay attention. And if it's going to be something that, like if I'm answering questions and you don't think you need to be listening to all the questions, like this last few minutes, I've just kind of talked a lot. You can tell that, and you can fast forward and jump in. But there are some things in these weekly videos you need, the Zoom meetings that you really need to hear. And, this is a 3-hour class, and I certainly don't want to be in your face for 3 hours a week, believe me. But anyway, I hope that answers your question, Jewel, and I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit about, what I would do if I were you. If you're watching longer videos, then by all means, I would play them at double speed. So hope that helps. I hope this weekly review helps. I'm going to stop there, and I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you in GroupMe. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Don't forget your assignments due by Tuesday. If you got any deductions, you can correct them and upload them to Blackboard as soon as you get them in there. I'll grade them at some point. So thank you again. Have a great weekend.